What's going on with this eye? Before I even start my makeup. It's a pull hair back type of day. And we are going to pull this suckers tight. Ooh, that's tight. Well, I officially told everyone yesterday on my YouTube, my TikTok, that I was going live today on my YouTube. It's a minute and 20 seconds. I'm on time. But you know what? We are going to go ahead with it. Because when I tell you I found the perfect lip color today that I want to use. I don't even know how to use lip color, but I got one that I want to use today. So put our little puffs in. Make sure that our hair not just sticking out, Hair placement is matters too when it comes to makeup. There's that one. So I just got that one. Wait, where'd it go? I'm just gonna tie it around there. So I got that one here that sticks out of place. But we're not gonna worry about it today. Got our good little puffs today because I get in my hair. Oh, that is just like annoying. Oh, it's better. I'm gonna put a drop in this eye. I have really, really bad dry eyes. And at the end of the day, we do not want that to mess up our makeup. I wish I could do that to everybody who get their makeup done. Okay, guys. Whether it be 0 people, 1%, I'm just going to go ahead and do my makeup like I normally do. I set in my cream this morning. So we are going to start from 1. But the first thing I did this morning, I set with that Jergens for my face. You can leave it on as an overnight cream too. So it's really crazy because when I tell you, your face will feel soft and beautiful. It feels like amazing. So I got my blush, got my setting spray, got all the things to make me great today. And we are definitely going in with the calamine. Got my one size. I'm excited. I am excited that I decided, okay, I should put some earrings on, but I'll wait till I'm done with my makeup. Ugh. Yeah, wait till you're done with my makeup. I'm going to use the Kiss Hydrating Grip to hydrate and grip and face primer. I moisturize my base. You don't have to use a lot when it comes to face primers, just enough to cover your face. A little does go a long way. So we're just gonna get that out there. I always kind of try to dry mine before I put my calamine. So this is the stuff that I normally don't do on live. But since it's my first makeup live, I figured I'd start the process exactly from the beginning. So I'm just going to, I feel like, okay, that puff is not, so. So definitely, just wanted to get that dry. And then I'm going to go in with my calamine because can't go without the calamine. I could, but I always use a primer under the calamine. Don't you hate when you get a brush? This was a really good brush, but I washed it. And then that means those bristles, I had to let it go. I really hate having to let go of brushes. Certain brushes that I use that I really like to use. So sometimes you gotta let them go. Brushes are like men. No, they're not. But anywho, anywho, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I don't care if it's a million people or one people, a million people or one person watching. I'm gonna have a good time because this is what I love to do. So I got up this morning. I was like, God, I'm about to do this YouTube. I was like, well, what if nobody comes on? And I'm like, I don't care. It's been in my soul, and it's like, do it, just do it, just do it. So I guess one view. This time I actually had two people stop by. They didn't say anything, but they stopped by, and I'm okay with that. So, anyways, now I gotta find a new brush for my calamine. I like to have a certain thing. So wait, let me just get a good new brush for my calamine. It's not a new brush, but so I'm gonna put my calamine lotion on. Hi, Carrie. How are you, honey? See, look at that. And I even got someone to say hello today. So we are going to go with my calamine. I am well. Thank you for asking. And I hope you are well today as well. So I don't know how the YouTube really works when it comes to things, but as long as you can hear me. And thank you for stopping in on my live today. I really appreciate it. Might be the only person, but guess what? One person is better than no person. So we're going with my calamine. So I've been using calamine for years now. Um, it's I use my primer, and the only thing about the calamine is like the third barrier. That's what I call it. So if you see and you wonder why she's using the calamine, it's just the third barrier. And I gotta be careful because yesterday when I did my makeup, I was talking and I kept rubbing my calamine. So I had this little spot that I couldn't. It was thicker than I normally, and I had to literally like get it off my face. And I'm gonna go with a nice brown. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. That meant a lot to me. I told my TikTok I was coming over today, so this was my first day of crossing. Well, not my first day, but really doing my makeup and crossing the lines. So we crossed the lines, and we're over here in the YouTube world, and I'm okay with that. Now, if they don't show up, it's okay. They probably forgot, and I'm okay with that too. I got some cute little lashes that I'm gonna do today. So these are my worst. This is my worst thing ever doing my lashes. Like it's awful. I'm the worst when it comes to doing lashes. I don't like them, but I'm trying to stay with the times. Yes, it is amazing. It definitely is. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? You can watch the live later too, so I like that. With that, so we're gonna do our brow first because if anyone knows me, it's something about having that good brow. Carrie, where are you from? And we're gonna go in. And I'm not going to do it too thick today, but we are definitely going to fill it in good. And get that. I think because I have my hair back today, I am going to go with a color on the end. I haven't decided what color, but since you know I'm having a burgundy day, I'm going to go with a burgundy. Thanks, Carrie. You have a blessed day and be great and amazing on purpose. So, yeah, we're going to go in with that color. Bye. Um, well, you guys, that's exciting for me. Really, if you don't know about social media, sometimes it's like a hit or miss, but it can be very overwhelming. And it's just good to have people who are on the same page as you. I wanted the e.l.f. primer grip, but um, we're not going to worry about that today. And I did turn on my do not disturb. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. So I'm just gonna make that a little bit darker. Get that right there. And I'm going to give me a little bit of, this is that Perfusion base. I'm going to put it on the edge because we definitely need a color in the brow. So we're going to just make that right there. So there we go. I usually don't do both of the brows color on both ends. I have that little one where I like pop a color, and I don't even know why this end has to have, it's always on my right brow. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It's just like the right brow has to have the color. So I'm gonna go with this super huge palette that I got. It's super huge. It's 99 colors. Let me show you while I'm on here anyways. 99, look at this. Isn't it amazing? I got 99 problems, but I shadowing one. Okay, that was corny, but I had to say it. I had to. Oh, so should I do? Well, we're gonna go with this color. I don't know what the color is called. Judge. We will not judge. We will not judge people, but this color is called Judge. Hi, viewers. How are you today? I hope you're well. So we're just gonna do all that corner. Well, they left, but it's okay. We're gonna do with that burgundy. We're gonna get that pop of color on that brow. But there's this color above this, and it's called Karma, and it's got like a glittery substance in it. So we're just gonna put them both together. There we go. I like the Perfusion. The reason I use it is because it's gonna pop any color underneath it. So if that glitch for a second, I really forgot to put it on the do not disturb, but we're back. Okay. So I always do one. I don't know why I have this thing about just one. So that's the color that I'm gonna go with the eyeshadow wise, but I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, okay. So we're gonna go in and trying to get TikTokers to YouTube and YouTubers to TikTok is like pulling teeth, clearly. especially when people are used to one social media platform, and trying to get my TikTokers and YouTubers to Instagram is so crazy. So definitely, if you see a creator and they have multiple platforms, big ups to you, because trying to get everyone to go to all of these platforms and follow you is harder than it looks. So you may be great on one platform, but getting everyone to go to the other platform is hard. So I'm going to go with a peachy concealer. That I'm gonna try. I have this little drawer that I just put little concealers in, and I think I have too many concealers in it now. So we're definitely going. This is soft pink concealer from LA Colors. My makeup collection is I put things on the back of my hand to warm them. My makeup collection is not high end, but it's middle cheap. Um, it's just a blend of so many, because makeup, I don't know why people say drugstore makeup anymore, because you pretty much can get everything at Ulta, Sephora, or Walmart. So it's like it just depends. Really, drugstore makeup you can find everywhere. And I guess I remember growing up, and you could get like my mother used to wear fashion fair, and it was crazy because you had to go to the department store to get it, but now you don't have to go to department stores to get your makeup. The one thing I do like about YouTube right now currently is it tells you um, how much time you are spending on, and how, it doesn't do that on TikTok. It doesn't do it until you've spent like an hour and a half. And shout out to my niece, Daisy, if she sees this video, because I'm being very respectful, because I just love her so much, and I want her to see that Anisha went on YouTube live. So, but yes, she's like a mini me. She's very artsy, and she's got the gene, the gene where you get lost in Hobby Lobby. So don't worry, this concealer is not actually red. It's actually pink. So it's a pink concealer. Once I went with pink concealers and peaches, I kind of stay away from those tans and stuff. I like the color. I really do like the color. Once I kind of stayed away. But I always double side. I always slap both sides of my brush when I'm doing something like this, because I get the color in the brush, and I hate to do that. So I always slap both sides. My sister is a huge YouTube person. She watches it all the time. So she, was like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Hi, guys. If you're watching, I hope you're well. And so I'm here. So, yes, I really love that brow. I'm just going to get a little bit more color in that brow, because just right here it's just off just a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. The perfect brow. So this thing is the perfect brow, but me, it's going to pretty be sure that is the perfect brow. I'm gonna go up a little bit. I don't want it so long. Okay. I'm just taking it a little bit at a time, because if I take it too far too quickly, it might not come out the way I want it to. There we go. That's better. And that is the brow that I would like. So once I pushed it up, I can conceal. Probably do for, and I'm just going to put that pink right under there. Just kind of, there we go. So one thing about my brows, when I do my brows, I have to have concealer. Like, it's just not a no. Because I just feel like, not only concealer, but I like to highlight them because I just feel like I went through all this trouble to have this great brow, and I need people to see the brow. So I feel like when I put a highlighter under it or conceal it, it just gives me that brow power. And see, oh, my eyes aren't dripping or leaking, so that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna go in with this brow. It's always a struggle for me in the next brow. I don't know if you don't struggle with the other brow. I know I do. It's like this side of my face, my right side, flawless. Then I get to my left side and it's like, wait a minute, help. Take the wheel. So I don't know how many, but I'm learning that I had to have a moment. I had to be like, okay, I'm getting on YouTube today. God, make it great. So we're here. YouTube, I have officially arrived when I do my makeup on YouTube. And I'm okay with that. Um, I don't know if I always have a spoolie, but there's always a brush somewhere for my brows. Just gonna kind of brush that in. And then I'm gonna get that in there too. Because this brow is just my accent brow. This is just, that brow is like, oh, that one pop of color. I feel like I should do both. You know what? I'm on YouTube today. I'm going to do both. Um, might as well go hard or go home, right? So I'm just gonna dab that out a little bit. And we're gonna go with the Perfusion again. It's a pigment base, and it's clear. Well, it's neutral, but it's like a creamy white color. So we're just gonna dab it out. I'm just like, might as well. Let me get a brush to put it on, because I don't want to use all my brushes for the wrong thing. You know what? I use brushes. Brushes are meant to be mixed up. Just know that. Because I'm just gonna use that. I'm just gonna go in. I never do. It's usually one brow, but you know what? I'm on YouTube today, and you know what? You gotta do something different. So we're just gonna go in and we're gonna mat that out too with that Perfusion right there. There we go. I'm gonna do that. Hold on, let me fix my butt. Cause it's my niece would laugh at me if I said that. It's so funny because I had to fix it because when you sit in the chair for so long, you're like, wait a minute. So I'm gonna go in and finish this brow. Um, I'm probably gonna do a unibrow because the way I have them, and I like my unibrow because it just gives me symmetry. And we're just gonna go in, and then we're gonna go back with that color. Hi, whoever's viewing. I hope your day is great and amazing, and you're having a good day. So we're gonna go back in with that color. And that was the Judge. That's the name of the color. The color is called Judge. They have jury accent. So there we go. Look, I'm doing it. No hands. Okay. Oh, there we go. And then I'm gonna have to repeat the same. That's gonna be the hard part. To get this right. There we go. Just packing it up there. Sometimes you just gotta pack it and make sure it gets in there. Because that pigment base, though, is really, really good. I'm trying to get it so where once I cut it, that they're exactly the same. You know, people say, well, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. It's a myth. Your eyebrows are twins. I don't even know why someone would say your eyebrows. Me and my sister, we look absolutely nothing alike. She's light, I'm dark. She's skinnier, I'm fatter. I'm sorry. I want my eyebrows to be twins. You know, they don't have to be identical, but born on the same day would be kind of nice. Prayers to whoever's going in the ambulance. There's a hospital not too far from me, so I hear that often. So we are going in. We're going in. Okay. Oh, this is so nerve wracking trying to make sure they're twinning. If you're ever doing your brows and you know, you know. Because you're like, I just want them to look alike. You don't want to go through all that trouble. People like, her brows don't match. So I'm going to go up. This is my left brow, and I have to go this way. Because it's weird. It's so weird. There we go. There we go. Up, up. Okay. The top is good. The top is good. Now, if we could just get that. That's too high. It's still a little bit high, but we'll bring it down. uh, so, if you have not watched me before, I guess it would be proper introduction to say hi. My name is Tanisha Edwards, and I am your not so usual makeup artist. Um, and I have been on TikTok for a while now, almost a year, and building YouTube. So I've decided to come on my YouTube channel and bring the noise. I don't do traditional. My makeup is anything but traditional. I try to let women and people know people just are so stuck on the same old, same old. And if we stayed the same, nothing would ever change. But when you don't do what everyone is used to, they look down upon you. So guess what? Let them look down. I like to be different. I'm glad to be different. I want to be that one artist that be like, oh, she came into the game and changed it. Because now we do unibrows and calamine lotion. Although I have been seeing calamine like taking off. People were using that milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia did not work for me. Call me the calamine queen because I know I use it. There we go. That little clock in the corner of my eye is so weird. There we go. No, okay. This is the only part that's going to be hard. This corner. I don't know why it's so hard. But we are going to cut it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to cut it. And we can always fix and add to it. There we go. Wait a minute. Look at him. Won't he do it? Won't he will. That's what my brother-in-law always says. Because won't he do it? He say, won't he will. So, there we go. I think it's pretty nice. I think I got them both. They're not identical twins, but I swear I want my brows to be born on the same day. People always say, oh, your eyebrows are not twins. Yes, they are. If your eyebrows are not twinning, go back. Because it's like no purpose of doing eyebrows. And they're not even yours, but then you make them to look different. It's so weird. Still haven't got that part. So yeah, I want my eyebrows to twin. It's a myth if they say they are sisters not twin. Oh, that's a good brow. That's a good brow. Da-da-da. And we are going with the judge. That's the name of the color, judge, guys. So it's not like I'm judging anyone. Okay. Perfecto. Mmm. That is good. That is good. There we go. There we go. Those are some good brows. I'm sorry. These are good brows. I don't like to waste product. You see? So there's a little bit of the white, but there's the pink. So I'm not big on wasting product. So I'm just going to take that pink and we're just going to prime our eyes with it anyways. We're going to use that to make sure we are amazing. There we go. It's not like waste product. And you know what? The thing about makeup, so many products can be used universally for different reasons, and it's a good thing. So I think people are so used to just like, oh, we use this for that, and we use that. So many products and so many brushes. Like, if you stuck on just, oh, this is only for this, you can find so many uses for stuff. And that's the good thing about makeup. So I just don't, I don't want to be confined to only use this, only do this, only do that. Don't waste products. Sometimes you can put it, like, I have like little tops. Sometimes I can sit it on something. I just don't like to waste it. Makeup costs too much money. Even the cheap stuff adds up. I know some people have that one foundation they only wear when they're going out. It's the good stuff. I don't have that foundation. Like, I have foundations that I wear. I mix them up. I try to take them and go different ways. Hi, Creative Beauty. How are you? I'm glad to see me on the YouTube streak too. I've been on for about 32 minutes now, but it's amazing. I've had, some viewers go in and out. I hope you're well. So yeah, just make sure that makeup is so universal with your different things. I feel like this brow, I just want to bring it down just a little tiny bit. If you get to start watching, you'll notice one thing I am big on is brows. Because number one, I'm always switching colors. And when I do colors, oh, okay. Well, here I am. We doing, I just figure it's the time. Having multiple platforms though is time consuming and it is work, but if I work hard for someone else, I might as well work hard for myself. Because some days I don't want to get on, but it's like you got all these platforms you're trying to just be great on. I feel like some people maybe just had to focus on one and be like, now I'm going over here. But me coming in late in the game. So I don't know what just dropped. I don't really care. So yeah, there we go. It's fun. It's fun, but balance is definitely needed. I'm gonna do. So I found this color pop. Um, this color pop. Paula, hi. How are you? You knew where to find me. So I found this color pop. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Let me get this off my hand. I told everyone yesterday, I was like, y'all, I'm doing YouTube tomorrow at 12. And you know what? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see. But it's okay. I have to balance them both. I feel like I'm going to have to put it to this Oh, okay. Oh, Paul, it's my first. This is my first beauty. Thank you. Um, full makeup moment on YouTube. This is literally my first, and I just appreciate you guys for coming in and just saying hello. So we're just gonna go in because we're gonna highlight that a little bit. I like this color from ColourPop. I don't know if I'm just not. Mm-mm. Sometimes you gotta know what you're doing. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. You ever got into a moment? Sometimes you gotta get into it. You're like, what am I doing here? And you're like, I don't know. I read this. I think I was listening. I didn't read it. Tyler Perry said it. I think he was sleeping in his car, and he said he made the statement that he had a show, a play, and no one was coming to his plays. But he said they gave him an option. Like he had to choose between his job and his plays. And he chose his play. And this morning I'm just like, be Tyler Perry. Not that I had to choose between my job or anything, but I was just thinking, my fear of coming on YouTube Live almost got me this morning. I was like, no, we're not going to do that. We would not let fear stop us. So I just was like, we're getting on. So I'm just putting that color right on this corner today. Do do do. Just gonna put it right there, and I'm gonna go out a little bit always. Do do do. There we go. Cause I just want that burgundy, the judge, the name of the color. I want it to kind of shine through. So I'm going to make sure it's pop. I need to pluck my brows. I'm one of those people. I won't do it now, but if I see it here, I'll pluck it. And I do have one, two, three, but I won't pluck it. I'll just pluck it after I get off live because I really the annoying. It'll be annoying all day. Or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I really want to learn to wax my own eyebrows because that was too much. Some of these colors you got to get, and so when I put them on that corner, I try to make it heavy. I know, creative. I started doing my hair when I got on here. I said, let me start, see if anybody comes on, and then I was like, well, let's just get into it. I noticed that like the live that I did doing my brows the other day, it still had no views. So I don't really know how views really work on TikTok. It's like a hit or miss. On YouTube, it's like a hit or miss. Versus me doing something on TikTok and they get 500 or 600 views right off the back. I just I'm not hashtagging them right or just explaining, but I'm okay. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, and that's okay. Creative, do you play music like when you're on, or is it not allowed on YouTube? Because I was curious and I didn't want to play music because um, I didn't want to, yeah. So see how that is? Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Oh, and when I say trust the power, I like to pull it out because when I push it back in, it's gonna look even better. So I'm actually gonna put a little black. I thought a little black on the corners, a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe not black. Maybe purple. Ooh, you can never have too much purple. It's not as dark as the burgundy, but we're going to go in with a little purple on that end. I was going to do black, but yeah, purple. And I'm like, no. So this is my thing. We're going to call, and I do this on YouTube, but this is what I do on TikTok, and it's puzzling. And I'm just fitting the color into where I want it to go without swiping. I'm just pushing it in with my brush to like where I want it to go. So I'm kind of packing it in. And this is what I call puzzling my makeup. It is definitely my thing. So when you hear that, you'll say that woman, Tanisha, created that technique, puzzling. I'll be known for something and they'll say it was puzzling her makeup. And the reason I came up with that because it reminds me, I love doing puzzles, and it reminds me of fitting the makeup in there, like fitting it in and making it fit. So we're just pushing it in, and it gives you a really nice effect. It's not where it's not blended, but it also makes you look really nice. Oh, okay. And but how do you find it? Is it something that I find? I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out one day. So yeah. Oh, I knew what you meant, baby. I knew what you meant. So definitely, I have a thing, and I'm always depending on what I do this to my brushes because if I'm going with a darker color, it's like we're not gonna use 20 brushes, especially when I like the. So we're going in with Judge, and we're gonna puzzle Judge in. Okay, I gotta look into that, baby. Thank you. So we're just pushing this in, and we're gonna puzzle that in. I appreciate you for that. So we're gonna just puzzle it in. And I'm pushing upwards because I know where I want it to go. So we're just puzzling it in. And I'm gonna go like this. And we're just gonna puzzle it in. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. And I just said, well, I won't play anything until I get it figured out. Because I definitely don't want that to happen. You put in work to just not. And I can do without music. It's not an end all be all. So we're just puzzling that in. But I love it. So it's just like sitting in. I found this palette today, and I'm not going to use it today, but when I tell you, you ever look through your makeup and then you're like, why do I have this? Where did it come from? I had one of those moments, and it was a gift. And I was just like, oh, this is so pretty. So it was one of those moments where I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. So I'm definitely pushing that in there. Just pushing it in there. Just pushing it in there. Oh, thank you, Paulo. Polo, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking time to watch. I really do. So we got those two colors. So definitely it's going to look amazing when we bring that down. And I'm glad I didn't go with black. I wanted to go with black, and I was like, oh, put a little black on the edge. But I was like, do you really want to do that? And I was like, yes, I do. So we're just going to find a really, really bright. Okay, this has been my latest addiction. It's the Scooby Doo Glam Lights colors, but these colors are amazing. So this has like a pinky color, and this has like a white iridescent color. I'm just gonna go with the iridescent. And I'm going to pack it in there. And I'm just going to stay in that little corner. Not cutting a crease or anything like that. I'm just going to stay in that corner. It's pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I wish the camera could do more for it. Thank you guys for the likes. I really wish the camera could do more for it. It is very pretty. And I'll end up pulling it out a little bit more. But I'm just going to stay in that corner. I don't like a straight line, so we're just going to kind of bring that in there. Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. It has a holographic look to it. And normally, you know what? Now I like glitter, but this right here is giving glitter power without the mess of glitter. If you know, you know. So what I'm going to do is the tip of this brush, because the tip of this brush is pretty thin, but it's a thick brush, I'm going to pull it over in little places. Not puzzling, but I'm just pulling it over. And I'm just going to pull that with my hand. Just pull it over a little bit. So it's not like straight. But don't be afraid when you're doing makeup to use your fingertips. Make sure you got clean hands, because you're going to need that. That's the biggest thing. Wash your hands before you do your makeup, because you all messing on your face. But it's amazing. I didn't even know how to explain how amazing this color is. Glamlight did their thing. Cole, one of my community members on my TikTok, sent this to me. And when I tell you, she sent me a jewel. Just sent me a jewel. So I'm just going to kind of blend that in. And it's going to make a pretty color too over that burgundy. But look at it. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to pack it in one more time just to give it that pow wow. The only thing I like about live is you get to see texture. I don't use filters on my live because I just feel like it defeats the purpose. But I do love the texture. That it shows that women, we do have texture. I mean, I guess it would be great if we all looked air filtered in public. Wouldn't that just be amazing? I feel like a butterfly with this color. They are. Our hands really do. But it's giving butterfly. And okay, I know this is going to be a bad thing, and someone might not like me for it. I don't like butterflies. I don't. I don't like them. Not at all. I'm afraid of butterflies. uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I know. And people are afraid of seeing their own. Like, they don't want to know that they have wrinkles. Yep, I don't like butterflies. I don't. They're scary. It's like a big colorful moth. So I'm going to take the Judge. And I'm not trying to, like, give it a cut crease, but I'm just going to enhance that a little bit. So that Judge color, I'm going to go above, and I'm just going to kind of put that in there right there. It ends up looking cutty, like a cut crease, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to go, oh yeah. I think we're so used to looking at filters that people don't understand. Those are filters. When they go out in public, they don't look like that. I was on I had told him on TikTok, I was on a live, and I had really invested my time watching this live. And then I noticed she was using a filter, and it just hurt my little feelings. It really did. It hurt my feelings. Because I was like, oh. And I felt like I had been lied to the whole live. So it's not normal for me to be in a live. And when I am, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I'm taking both of the colors actually and going in. So I'm just blending both of these colors to kind of go into there. That corner. I just was so disappointed because it was like, oh, I was just so disappointed. I was hurt. Yeah, I was hurt. Oh, but hurt. I say I'm gonna be cautious because um I hope my niece can watch this video. Azra, she's so pretty, and I put it on so if she can watch it, it'll be great. Cause she's like my little mini, and I'm just pulling that purple out because I'm gonna end up tucking it back in. A lot of times when I pull a color out and I say I'm gonna tuck it back in, there it's gonna be something's going to go over it. So it's not as if I'm just blending those two colors above that to give it a little. It's not a cut crease. It's definitely not a cut crease. It looks cut creases, cut creasy, but it's not. Cut crease would be a little bit more neater, I guess. But I wasn't trying to make it a cut crease. I'm just trying to give it that illusion of like where I wanted that. And I'm gonna go back in. So it's like a little. I'm gonna go right up in there. Just trying to make a divide so it's just giving life to that color. So when you look at it, you're like, wow. I just don't want it all over. You know, you put glitter in a certain space so you could see it, but when it's everywhere, sometimes it takes away from it. So I just want people to really be able to focus on that iridescent. It's so pretty. I wish, like it's not enough words. So So when I say I'm pulling out my makeup, I'll pull it out. When I say push it back in, that means I'm going to take something. Like you see how I pulled out my eyes here? But by the time I put on my foundation, it's going to kind of be, evened out. So that's what I mean when I say pushing it out. And I have this blush that I want to try. Again, I got 99 problems, but my blush ain't one. My eyeshadow ain't one. This is 99 eyeshadow colors. It was a gift. I don't know where it came from. I think she ordered it off TikTok, but it was literally 99 colors. And it's so crazy because I'm like, oh my God, I know. And then she sent me two, so I got this other big one. I don't think I could have, in the makeup world, you're like, I could never have enough. My sister says to me the one day, she's like, oh, girl. I said, I just washed 106 brushes. And she said, well, you only got one face. And I'm like, what that mean? Okay, Aunt. That was just the ones I washed for that day. Like, excuse me, ma'am. Yep, see, it's just, but you know what? And that's the thing about makeup, like, the love of it. I just like, I have too many brushes. You get brushes because you like the color. You get brushes because of the name. You get brushes because they cute. You get them because they're on sale. You get brushes just to have brushes. So I'm gonna go above with my black. I love my black liner. It gives me that little pop, and it's usually Elf. I'm a big Elf fan. I haven't decided if I'm doing lashes today. Me and lashes don't get along well, and I thought I was going to, but I'm like, it's still up in limbo. This is a little wing for me. Me and lashes we just don't do things well. It's just so time consuming for me when I'm doing my own lashes, and that's something I've been getting into. So it's really great. Oh yeah, you know what? I try to reuse my palettes a lot just to make sure that I got the most use out of them. Because sometimes it's so hard. So when I'm using a palette a lot, it's like a newer palette. You just don't want to like throw away a palette. Like I didn't even use it. So I really try to keep it like that. But I find myself, having favorite palettes like at the time, you go through that moment where like right now this is what I'm loving using. I don't have a favorite makeup, but it's just something you're like, oh, I just love using this. So we're just going to go, it's harder to, there we go. I'm going to bring that out just a little bit more. I just know a lash can make or break a look. Well, I don't think so. I won't say make or break a look. Oh, that's a nice thing. See, I don't do nail art. I'm so basic. I used to I'm basic when it comes to my nails. I'm so basic when it comes to my nails. I don't even like acrylic on my hands. I remember someone telling me to go with something else. I don't like the weight of the nail. So I just stay away from them. I always feel like I got something on my hands when I have on nails. And I haven't found someone, that can just, it's not a comfortable weight to me. I haven't had my nails done in so long. Here we go. I'm just gonna go in and go up. Here we go. Wait. Oops. Black is so hard when it comes to making it neat. I tell you. Because you'll be like, wait, hold on. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Now I feel complete. I'm not gonna go all the way into that corner. Especially with my liquid. I don't do that with my liquid because if I go in with my liquid, a lot of times my eyes water and I'm just like, ugh. I'd like to introduce you guys to my Stanley that my sister got me for my birthday. Yes. Now I have to accessorize it. Well, she's my big sister, so she will. Uh huh. Oh, mobile. That's fancy. Proud of you. So, the one lady at work, let me just tell y'all a little story while I'm talking. So, because I'm talking to the world, I don't care. The lady at work got her a Stanley. And she came to me and oh, my boyfriend ordered me a Stanley. And I'm like, girl, first of all, get your Stanley weight up. This is a 40 ounce. It's crazy because I'm so petty when it comes to that. Paula. So she was like, oh, he got me a Stanley. And I'm like, okay. And, um, but this is the thing. This is what she did. Story time. This is what she did. She was like, oh, let me find a good foundation before I say here. I'm going to do the 24-hour matte foundation that I never really use. So she was like, oh, and I have accessories. And I'm like, so me, she, first of all, get your Stanley weight up. This is a 40 ounce. So, but then I had to call my sister. I'm like, I need accessories for my Stanley. I'm just putting a little setting spray on before I put my foundation on. I'm going with it. So it's Ruby Kiss True Matte. A lot of times you'll see me, guys. These hair supply stores, the little hood stores, the best places to get fun makeup, really good makeup from. So she's got accessories. She's got a charm and she's got all this stuff. So I'm calling my sister. It's like, I don't understand why I don't have all these accessories for my Stanley. I was not happy. I felt deprived. So I need I'm like, yeah, so I need my sister has to get my weight. Don't introduce me to the world of something and then say I don't have it. I'm like, wait, why don't I have this? So yes, this is a matte foundation, and we're gonna love it today because it gives skin. It gives skin. Yeah, like I need that. I need that. I need my Stanley to be amazing too. It's like, so people see you with things and they're like, oh, well, I want that. Listen, I haven't bought a Stanley. My sister was so kind when I wanted one. She let me use her all black Stanley. She had like a limited edition. It was really nice. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And everyone at work was just admiring. They was like, I've not seen that one. I said, oh. So I felt really like, oh, exclusive. Um, so she got me that one. And a lot of girls hadn't seen, they have the bright color one. I'm not one of those. I like color, but the black with the color pop, it just says me all day. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So now I feel like my sister put me onto something. So now I need for her to. She's my big sister. I go in her house and I get on her last nerve on purpose. I feel like I have little sister responsibilities. If you don't go get on your sister's nerves on purpose, I don't know what you're living for. But it's just me, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I have to announce myself when I go to my sister's house. Like, I literally, she knows I'm coming. She's unlocked the door for me to come in, but I still say, Tiffany, I'm here. Like, it's a responsibility to being a younger sister. And then for my younger sisters, I have to be the annoying big sister. It's a lot of responsibility. I know I'm my mother's favorite. She just won't tell me. Probably to save the feelings of the other ones. It's probably just to save their feelings. We also worry about everyone's feelings nowadays. But we probably just worry. Oh, wow. Now I'm gonna go and finish these brows up. I don't know if I want. When I don't know if I want my lashes. Sometimes I like a lash, but then I know by the time I go to work and get off, it's gonna be like, no lash, I don't like you. I don't want you. My goal is one day to go to Sephora and Ulta and they know who I am. That will be the most amazing thing. It's like walking into in the makeup world, you just want to be recognized by certain things. And it's like, oh, wouldn't that be crazy if I walked into Ulta and Sephora and they're like, is that not in our store? Like, it's like, yes, it's me. Hi. Those are goals. You want to be famous, but you don't want to be like over the top famous, but you want to be great. Well, and to make it into heaven, by the way. I just don't want to go, but that part too. Just want to walk in. I have a one follower, community member on the TikTok, and when I tell you I love her to death, I love her to death. But um, I know it's going to get there. She grew up. I want to say one of her parents were a makeup artist, so she kind of grew up in the world. But she sat on the stage on the backgrounds of the Planet of the Apes. She's an older woman, but it's just crazy. You never know who's watching you. So it was like, wow, that's impressive. Like I'm just like, wow. when she told me, I was like, wow, that's like, wow. Like you were just chilling around while they were making movies. Must be nice. Must be nice. I like this foundation. I think this foundation was literally less than $5. It might have been six, but it was one of those foundations where it was like, well, I bought it at the time. I was like, well, let's see how it works. And then it was like, oh, it really works. So this is what I mean when I say we're going to pull out to pull back in. It's those moments like this where you say, okay, I'm going to bring this out to pull it back in. Like I'm going to bring my, thank you, Paula. It's a matte foundation. It did match really good. So I'm just going to pull these out. Or you could use your spoolie or whatever. I just kind of do that, kind of pull them out back and forth so it looks really natural. Well, I mean, it's makeup, but I still like it to look a little natural. So just bear with me. You know, we want it to look a little natural. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit of my foundation, like right in here. So when I say I push it, I pull out to push back in. So it gives it there. Now, there we go. And I'm just taking that foundation and going under my eye where I had color or whatever. But I like that right in there. I'm going to pull that out a little bit more. Just kind of blend that out. So it looks like I like it to be up a little bit. I saw this girl do her makeup with lip stain the other day on Instagram. It was so pretty. And it was the simplest look. It was just, it wasn't the norm. And that's the part that excites me when people don't do the norm. She literally put lip stain on her cheeks, and she literally put it on her across, you know, for her nose and her lips, and she did her makeup, and it was beautiful. So yeah, it's something about this when I get to this, the way the hairs are in this part of my brow, it annoys me because they do their own thing. So it's like I always have like this section where I'm very self conscious of right in here. It's like a middle section. There we go. So it's just a little bit better. Just a little bit. So I'm just gonna take, let's see what we got on this. Just gonna take this and just kind of fluff it out a little bit. I don't want it in, so I'm just gonna fluff it out a little bit. It does. But that's what I've always, that was my concern with liquid blush. And I'm just going to go in a little bit and just kind of fluff that out a little bit with that highlighter right in that top. Liquid blush to me always reminded me of um, lipstick, you know, because when you're not supposed to wear makeup and you sneak out the house and you put on makeup, your lipstick was sufficient. Is that the right word? Good for, I could use my lipstick for blush, eyeshadow, and my lips. And I thought I was like the bomb. Like, that's why I always say, like, makeup is so universal. I just hate when people limit it to one thing. Like, oh, you can only use this for that. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can use it for whatever you want to use it for. If you found use for it, use it. Don't let people tell you, well, you can't use it for this. Yes, you can. I'm just kind of going to get rid of that right here. So I'm going to put a little foundation and I'm going to bring it out. I wasn't going to do anything under the eyes so much. Sometimes I'm good without all the extra under eye. But then sometimes I'm just going to put a little to stay with my little color coordination. Little color coordination. Just going to put a little bit of the pink concealer under the eye. So I'm not going to put it on my face. I'm just going to get a little brush and You know what? I'll just use a powder puff. I love my powder puffs. I don't like, for people who've never seen me before, I don't like using the blender brushes. I find them very, very bulky. So I like puffs. I like the little triangle puffs they get in the spots, and I just love them. So I'm just gonna tap that. I'm going to put pink under my eye because then I'm gonna go in with a peach. Um, the peach one side, what I really like, and I'm just making that to brighten that under eye a little bit. I have dark under eyes. Sometimes I use color corrector. It just depends on my look, but I'm just gonna pat that in. Some people will tell you to let your setting, your concealer and stuff just dry a little bit. Some people say a little moist. This depends on the look you're going for, but I just wanted to brighten that under eye just a little bit because what I'm going to do, use what you got, yeah. That's the best thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to let that sit there. You see how it brightened that under eye? And, oh, Scar Fading Cream. I've never heard of it. You know what? I'm such a tomboy over the years that once I get a scar, it's like a battle. Like, ooh, oh. Like I was that kid that was in the ER every summer. My parents probably got tired of taking me to the ER, so I probably racked up a bill. So yeah, I'm just gonna puff that up in there. Now there are smaller puffs that you can get. I've seen them. I just don't have them, but I don't really care to have them. I just know where I want it, and this just does better for me than those big bulky. Um, I don't like the big bulky ones. Oh, yeah. Yep, I don't mean. I'm just like, oh. So I'm not going to set that. See, I just set it right there. So it's just going to lighten my eye. But once I go back in and put a little powder on it, it's just going to, make it all worthwhile. So I know I didn't know. So this is what is this? Blush Plush, AOA. So this was something that I really like. So I tried to look at the color today, and the color is this, but as it's like I don't know what to say. I can't really describe it. And I was going to use it, but I'm going to use it tomorrow or something another day because I went with the burgundy. I'm going with the NYX buttermilk. I'm going to be careful because it's very, very, very pigmented. So if you put too much on it, I've used it multiple times, but it's very pigmented. But I'm just doing it because now I have the burgundy. So now I have the burgundy eyes. So I might as well go in with the burgundy on the cheek. And I'm just going upwards and such. I don't swipe because it's hard for me to swipe on the other side. If it was someone else's face, it's different. But I'm just going in. And if you can see, it's very pigmented. It is. La la la. And I love it. But you really only need like just a dab. And I actually dab it and then I take some on my arm because it's very, like, it gives color. And even though we love color, sometimes we don't want to be. So I puzzle that into my face because then I'm gonna go in and definitely put something under that eye. Yep. Don't want it to be more than what it is on one side than it is on the other side. Because then people talk about you and say your face is uneven. And we don't care, but we do care, but we don't care. You know, like we care, but we don't care. But I'm going to put, let me get rid of, no, I'm not going to get rid of it. Let me put my lipstick on it. I'm going to tell you why I put my lipstick on. Because I want it to dry. And this is AOA Wonder Matte Lipstick. The color is amazing. The color is amazing. Here we go. It's a rare thing to see me in lipstick. I like lipstick. I love the colors. But I love my natural lip. So I'm like usually a glossy girl. Oh, I love the color. The only thing I don't like about matte lips, especially on a dark lip, uh, I don't know. I don't like the waterline divide. Sometimes, you know, you're smiling. Well, not right now, but you get that little. I don't like that. Oh, this is Maddie. This is really nice though. There we go. There we go. I know a lot of people conceal their lips. Um, and when I say conceal, so the lines are perfect. I love a good matte. If I have to wear lipstick, a good, a good matte, a good matte. If I have to wear lipstick, so what I'm gonna do is I have a little product on my hand, and I'm just gonna lighten up just a little bit around here. And I'll tell you why before. That's why I kind of put my lipstick on first, because I can let it dry and then I have to see if I have to fix it. But right in here, just to lighten it up with a little concealer, I'm gonna do the puffer face in a second. Just to lighten, because I have dark right here. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, guys. And I'll tell you why, just a little bit right in here to lighten that corner up. I don't always try to put in, um, right, stuff to take away. I like my natural face. I really do when it comes to color. But there are parts where you like it doesn't look becoming. So I'm just like, oh, but I blend it out so it's not too much. Sometimes a lot of product be like, ugh, and you be like, I couldn't fix it. It was too much product. So I'm just pulling it down just a little bit, and I'm still using my blender, and I'm just puffing it out. Cause it's gonna seal that. If you ever notice people do, so it's gonna give me that. There we go. And then I can go back around it, and I'll get like those lips are concealed and looking absolutely amazing. We're gonna go in and fix it, so don't worry. Our setting spray is going to set. There we go. And I don't feel like I left anything out. Ooh, ooh. If you have a hard time with lip color, turn it around. So you ever notice your lip? You know, we put that flat part on it. When you're on it, don't be afraid. Turn it around like that. It's more precise, and you get where you want it to go. I love my juicy lips. I really do. I really, really do. I'm gonna go in and spray, just kind of melt. Just to melt it. And what I do? There we go, found it. Spray just melts it. I haven't been really using a fixing spray, a finishing spray, because it's not been that hot where I need my makeup. My makeup stays with a good setting spray, but when it's hot, I use that. Um, when I could afford the Krylon, I think it's like 40 something dollars a bottle. I just think that's such a lot. But I guess if you, oh yeah, Paula, I do gotta work. I do. One day, this will be my job. Just, where's Tanisha? She right here. She right here. She right here. If you ever go on YouTube or something, you gotta see when Kevin Hart and Regina King, it was like, I think during COVID, and they were like, where is she? And she was like, I'm over here, I'm over here. And it was so cute because he was like, baby, come look at this. And he was dogging out. She's like, Kevin, I can't hear you. But it's the funniest thing. I swear, Regina King, it's not Regina King. It's, oh, what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name. But it's so funny. Is it Regina? It's the one who played from Scary Movie. I don't remember her name. Oh, I hate that for me. I don't want to say Regina King. I know who Regina King is. Oh, I forgot her name. But when I tell you she's hilarious, she's hilarious. And I don't watch a lot of TV. So for me to notice people, like, I'm like, wait, what? So you see how that burgundy is in there? I pull out. I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to go in. Regina Hall, that's her name. Yes. I knew it was Regina. Thank you. Because I'm like, she's hilarious. So I'm going in with the one size. She is hilarious. But she's like, Kevin, I can hear you. I'm right here. And he's like, baby, come take a look at this. It's just, it's the funniest thing. And he's like, who's a pretty girl? She's like, I am. I am. It's just hilarious. I had put a Facebook post on the other day, you know, and I don't know what Diddy did or didn't do. You know, sometimes you got to pray for your enemies. So, you know, whatever Diddy did or didn't, I hope he gets through it and is properly punished, or, you know, God forgives, people don't. But I'm so tired of hearing about Diddy. I'm not even going to play. So I'm definitely going in with the one size, that peachy concealer. And I'm going up under here. And I'm just going to pack it in a little bit. It's only a little bit. It's not as much as it seems. But I don't think you need as much as people make it look like. So I'm just kind of getting it under there. And so I'm still taking off that because I put it on the back of my hand. It was a technique so smart. And it keeps you from creasing, you know, in those corners. And it was like, what keeps me from creasing in the corners? Who thought that? Someone smart. Everybody came. She's hilarious. Hilarious. But it's like, our hair was messed up. She was having a bad hair day. And he's like, who's a pretty girl? And she's like, I am. And he's like, hold on a second. So he put her on hold. And he's like, baby, come look at this. And he was dogging her out. And she's like, I hear you. And it was hilarious. Kevin Hart is hilarious. I really do love him. I know he's a swearer. And people are like, oh, he swears too much. I'm sorry, I'm a sailor too. Um, but you know what? He's hilarious. I don't even think it's anything I've seen him not funny in. I wonder, is it hard for him to play serious roles when he really try to get serious? Like, so yeah. So of course you see how I took that. I usually sometimes I use like a translucent powder to puff my face. I have the calamine on. I'm really not like, oh, I need that because I have my calamine on. The calamine kind of mattifies things, but I am gonna get a little bit, just a tad bit. I always say a tad bit, but I don't tend to know what a tad bit of anything is anymore. Um, oh yeah, I love pineapples. Pineapples. And I'm just gonna go in on my nose and right here. The thing of people say, well, since you don't, um, what's the word, contour, and I'll say no. I have a big nose. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. It is what God gave me. My children spread it out over the years. I'm okay with it. I do like women to understand that makeup is literally to enhance things, to make beauty and not make art. Makeup is the great thing about makeup is it's like artwork. You have a blank canvas on your face, and you can pretty much do what you want to do with it. The thing about artwork is you have to remember everyone does not love the same artwork. So it is okay that everyone does not love your style or how you wear things. You know, I've always loved the goth makeup look, and I admire it because it's really some beautiful looks, and it's not for everybody. But when I tell you, any woman that can look amazing in all black makeup, gorgeous, just gorgeous. It is. It's a preference. But I think so people have gotten to the point are like, oh, I don't like that. Well, we don't care. You don't have to like it. For every million of people that don't like it, it's a million people that do. And we do not care. So you see how that is, and I'm just going to spray my face. Now that I kind of said, just let it set there. I just want to go over my lip one more time. Beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder. And it is crazy that one of my things that I hope to bring to the world, because I've been fat, well, I am fat now, but I've been skinny. Um, and I think people are confusing body positivity with negative. Like, oh, we promote fatness. No, we promote you to be comfortable in the skin you're in. Some people can't change their size, they got issues or stuff, other stuff. But while you're stuck in that skin and it's your skin, feel beautiful in it. Like, I was watching a guy the other day. He says he would never date a fat woman because she didn't care about herself. It's not she don't care about herself. It has nothing to do with that. You don't know people's past, their issues. So people are so busy judging and know nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is where my OCD kicks in. Yeah. Now, tomorrow is not promised. So, I'm going to love it. I might not always be happy when I go shopping. And I have that moment saying, I'm going to start a diet tomorrow, the next day, maybe another day. But this is the skin I'm in, so I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm just going to melt. Someone said, "What's too much setting spray?" I was like, "Nothing." Diet is so hard. It was like there's no such thing as too much. Just don't let it drip. And if you want to go in and set your face one more time, go in and set your face one more time. I'm going to put on two mascaras today. I'm going to stay away from the lashes. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. But you know what is crazy? Even when I was very thin, I got picked on. Like I was too thin or I was this way. So there's no happiness for people in between. There are people who just are so unhappy with themselves that they just don't care. So it's definitely their issues and it's not mine. And I'm just gonna, there we go. That foundation brush, I'm just gonna make sure that my blush is kind of melted in there properly. And this is going to be my look for the day. Going to work like this, feeling $1,000,000. Now my favorite, before I get off though, my favorite is my Maybelline Colosso. But I like the AOA lengthening. So I was like, oh, it really gives length. And when I put my mascara, I'm always doing the side profile because I like to see what it does. But you can really see this giving length. Like, thank you, baby. Um, it gives length. I appreciate you guys for coming on, just having conversation with me today. Paula, thank you. And the few people that stopped by and took a minute to just watch, what I really, really do. It's so crazy because when I got on the other day doing just my brows, and then I went to TikTok, I said, well, one more viewer is one more than I had the day before. And it has really been an amazing live. Um, I don't get on anything without praying first. And it's like, okay, God, I'm going to do this because you said I could do it. And I had to go through that. Tanisha, get on because you've been procrastinating. If you can, just do it. And it's going to be great. And you put your best foot forward. Ooh. Yes, creative. Me and false lashes struggle. And I'm just like, oh, okay, struggling with the lashes. So my Colosso, it gives me thickness. And it gives me natural lash, but a pretty lash. But I noticed when I used this the other day, I just opened it and I said, oh, it does lengthening. And I was like, I said, let's see. But the brush really gave me length. And I'm like, okay. So I noticed when you notice the short brows and eyelashes, and you're like, oh, that gives you a pop. And it gives me the pop that I want. I don't need the long. It's very hard to find a good lash. Now, if I'm going to wear a fake lash, I really do like fluffy, dark lashes because it just makes things, they're just very exotic to me. Like, ooh, like, I got a little bit of stuff right there, but I'm not going to blend it out or touch it. I'm actually just going to puff it in. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I just like the look of, and it's easier at night than taking your makeup off. When I tell you I was so tired last night, I laid across my bed, and about 20 minutes later, I woke up and realized I still had my makeup on. Um, so I got up, I took it off, but I didn't go through the routine. So I'm like, okay, just go ahead and use that Jergens. Cause I ain't had that Johnson Johnson. But anyways, I was like, oh, okay, use this. And I didn't know you could use it as a night mask. But I really can't. I'm just making sure that it's on point. I can't see myself using a night mask like on my face. Like I sleep too much. I kind of sleep on my face. There we go. So that's my look for today, guys. It is the look today that I feel really stunning. I'm not really big on lipstick, but it is what it is. So when you see this video, you guys, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. It is free to subscribe. Go over my TikTok and bring yourself over because I'm telling you, I'm making it hard for a girl to just go everywhere. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Thank you guys for just sticking around with me today. You guys, I'll say it on TikTok and I'll say it here. Remember to be amazing and great today. On purpose and give a smile to someone genuinely, genuinely. You really never know who needs it. Just something to tell people that I am glad that you are here in this world today. You never know what someone is going through. You guys be amazing on purpose and be great today. And I hope you have a really special and a great day. Um, I'll see you soon. Make sure you like, subscribe. Now I have to come up with a schedule and, keep an eye out for me, guys. Because Tanisha ain't going nowhere. She's here to stay. Love you guys. Bye.